Happy spring break to all of you. I actually went out to my mailbox and I have a surprise there. It's from Mrs. Hillman. I can tell because it says Genesee Community Charter School. So I'm going to open it because I think it might be Susie. It's Susie. Oh, Susie, I'm so glad to see you. It's really exciting. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be back. Oh, I'm so excited that Mrs. Hillman sent me to Mrs. Mason's house and I get to stay with Carly and Brady and I get to be here. That's so exciting. Oh, Susie, I'm so glad you're here. Were you lonely at school? Oh, yes. There was nobody in the classroom. I was so lonely. I had Bob, but he kept sleeping. And then I said to him, you want to come with me? And he said he wanted to stay and guard the classroom. But I get to come here. I'm so excited. Yay! Oh, Susie, I'm so glad. Wait, you can join us in all the things we've been doing every day. And you can hang out with Carly and Brady. And I think Lexi will really like you too. Ooh, who's Lexi? Oh, she's my dog. I don't know. She might think you're a toy. We better keep you in a safe spot. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to talk to kids. I miss all of you so much. Oh. Well, Susie, I actually was going to read a story today and then talk about the math challenge I gave friends last week. Do you want to hear the story? Oh, I'd love to hear Mrs. Mason read a story. Susie, I was actually given this book by Elise and Kinley, my nieces. Who are Elise and Kinley? Well, they're my special nieces, and they gave me a whole bunch of books to read. I think you're going to like it. Oh, thank you, Elise and Kinley, for giving Mrs. Mason all these books. Okay, I'm going to set you down, okay? Okay. All right, Mrs. Mason. So the book that Elise and Kinley gave me is called Creepy Pair of Underwear. Oh my goodness. That's silly. Jasper Rabbit needed new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. Creepy underwear, so creepy, so comfy. They were glorious. Mom, can we get these? Jasper pleaded. I think they're a little too creepy, said Mom. They're not creepy. They're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore. I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. Do you want me to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad! I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. His dad shut the door, and that's when Jasper noticed. Oh, Mrs. Mason, I'm scared. Hold on, Susie. It's okay. The underwear glowed, a ghoulish green glow. He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in his pillow, but it didn't help. He could still see that ghoulish, greenish glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put on a plain pair of white underwear. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper and finally fell asleep. But when he got up the next day, he was wearing the creepy underwear. Jasper threw them into the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything, but he was done with scary underwear. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard it. A scratchy, scraping sound coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer and they were back, staring at him with that ghoulish, greenish glow. He snatched that creepy underwear out of the drawer. So if you hear laughing, it's Carly laughing at me, just so you know. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps and sent it to China. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. When he opened the front door the next morning, they were there. And his creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China and brought back some souvenirs. Oh my goodness. Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time the creepy underwear were gone for good. Look at he cut them all up. At bedtime, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Phew, there was no sign of creepy underwear. He went into the bathroom to comb his ears. They were back! What's the matter with you, his mom asked. You're so jittery lately. Nothing, he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be terrified of underpants. He seized the underwear. He snagged a shovel from the garage and he rode. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creek Hanger Hill. Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. He dropped the underwear in. They gleamed from the bottom, that ghoulish greenish glow, but not for long. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be there. There was no way, right? He reached for the handle. He peeked in. Nothing, just plain white. Jasper smiled and turned out the light. It's dark. There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowy pair of plain white and he knew what he had to do. Uh-oh, he's going back. He's undigging the hole. The creepy underwear were a little muddy, but they still filled the room with a gentle greenish glow. The next day, Jasper gathered his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. That night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled, and so did his underwear, because they had finally found somebody who wasn't scared of creepy underwear. Oh, he has them hanging all over his room. And that's the end. Oh, Mrs. Mason, that was a really scary story. I'm really scared to sleep tonight. Oh, it's okay, Susie. We'll protect you. Are you wearing creepy underwear? No, I just have plain white underwear. No creepy underwear. Okay, Susie, I'm going to put you down because I have to talk about the math challenge now. Okay, guys, so I got a bunch of responses. And I have to say that only one person was right on the responses. A lot of you thought, when you looked at this square, that it was 16 squares, which it does look like 16 squares. Some of you thought 17, because I see that you knew there was the one big square. But most of you had the answer of 16 or 17, and that is not correct. Good try, but I'm going to show you the answer. So, you were right. There are, can you see this, Carly? Mm-hmm. There were 16 little squares. And I'm going to call those 1 by 1 because they're 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so 1 by 1, there's 16 of them. And then a lot of you thought, oh, there's one big square right here. And this is a 4 by 4, see? 1, 2, 3, 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So you're right, there's one 4 by 4 square. So that gives us 17 squares. But then look at this. This is what was tricky. We're gonna count the 2 by 2 squares. So watch, this is 2 across, 2 down. There's this 2 by 2 square, that's 1. 2, 3, and then look at this. 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. So how many 2 by 2 squares? 9. So we have 2 by 2, 9 of them. And then there's some 3 by 3 squares. So this is 3 across, 3 down. So look at 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 3x3 squares. So if I total that up, I get 16 1x1 squares, 1 4x4, 9 2x2, and 4 3x3. So that is a total of 30 squares. 30 squares. That was the answer. So if you feel challenged, now that I've explained it, you could try this one, and I'll put this on Google Classroom. It's a little bit different. So it has 4 across and 6 down. So it's a little bit different. So make a prediction now. Do you think it's going to be more than 30 squares or less than 30 squares? I think it's going to be 4. Oh, Susie, shh, be quiet. You don't want to give it away. And if you're really feeling like you want a college challenge, you could see how many squares are here. And if you'll look, there's 8 across, 8 down. This looks like a checkerboard. You could try this one if you're really feeling challenged. Okay, so I'll put those both up on Google Classroom. I'm really excited to hear your answers. Email me with your responses. I really miss you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.